Good morning, guys. What's going on? Believe it or not, we're back for a vlog. First time in so long. Feels good. Feels good. Today, I've literally just finished work. The time is 11:38. I need to get a move on, really. But I woke up at 5 o'clock, which is standard these days. Got to work by 6. Finished a bit earlier today because what we're doing today is a visa run. These are getting super long, and I'm going to explain my overall thoughts on the whole visa run thing a little bit later in the video. But yeah, we've got a flight to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, so that'll be a first. I need to finish packing because, like always, bruh, I've left it to the last minute. We don't need too much because I'm only going to go for 24 hours. I'm trying to save money this time and not just spend unnecessary money when all I need to do is a visa run. Save those kind of trips for when I'm actually going for like a week, or like, you know what I mean? Like make it actually worth spending a decent amount of money. So yeah, today we're gonna finish packing, order a taxi and head to the airport. Guys, I just wanted to show you something. I finished packing. We did it in good time as well, like 25 minutes or so. So not too bad. I don't even know why I'm impressed with that, because I'm literally going for 24 hours. So it's a day worth of stuff, bro. Chill. But I wanna show you something that I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to. And it is the price of taxis in Bali. It's literally insane, especially if you come from the UK. So I'm ordering a taxi now, and let me just process it. I'm gonna show you guys how much this cost me, which is just insane. Look, let me flip the camera now. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's 141,100. And yeah, look, 8 minutes away, guy's on his way. So 1,000 is £6.36. Now, with the traffic, because Bali traffic is literally insane, it's probably going to take me about like 45 minutes to get to the airport. Imagine in England, you pay for a 45-minute taxi literally anywhere. It's unreal, and I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Like, obviously, this actually brings me on to a point where it's always nice to tip. These guys are always so grateful for it as well. So I do always try to give a tip, especially when it's something like this. Like, come on, like a 30 minutes, but 45-minute taxi ride for £6.36. That's mental. Yeah, a cheeky tip on top. And when I say a tip, bro, like tips here, I would say the average that you tip is roughly, on average, like anywhere from like, for food delivery, like 20K. If it's raining, maybe bump it up a bit more. If you really like the service, like 50 to 100K. 50K, just for perspective, is like, I think it's about £2.30. And then 100K is like £4.50-ish. So when you're putting it like that, it's a no-brainer. And how nice everybody is on this island. They more than deserve it. We've got about 7 minutes till the taxi. I'm chill now because everything's packed. I probably shouldn't have left it to the last minute, but had to get some work done. You know how it is, daily grind. Taxi's gonna pull up, I'm gonna head to the airport, and I'll see you there. No, it's okay. Yeah. How are you doing, bro? Good? Cool. What is up, guys? We made it to the airport. I feel like it was my famous last words saying to you that it would take about 45 minutes to get here. Almost 2 hours later, no word of a lie. Traffic was literally insane. I've had to come to the airport a few times, and that's got to be the worst traffic I've experienced so far. I think my top tip at this point would be, if you're coming to the airport in Bali, give yourself plenty of time. There's a funny story about that, actually. My best friend was here. I think she left about a month ago, and I left all the timings to her for when her flight was. I didn't get involved at all, right? So we've left my apartment, and we end up getting to the airport as her gate is closing. You could not make it up. She was stressing me out the entire journey in the taxi, and it was an absolute headache. Yeah. Word of advice, come into the airport, make sure you give yourself plenty of time, because this Bali traffic is no joke, for real. So we're going to Kuala Lumpur. It's a shame we're not staying for very long and we are just doing 24 hours and coming straight back. But my boy who's been before for the same reason, he says there's a Nando's. There's a Nando's in the airport. I figure if I could just hold out, get there, get some decent food there for a while. I can't tell you how long it's been since I've had a Nando's. And then, yeah, don't have to worry about eating hotel restaurant food when I get to the hotel later today, which the flight was delayed. I have no idea what time that's actually gonna be. So yeah, that's it, chilling. Not really much else to say about it, but what I will say is on the topic of visa runs and doing this whole 30-day visa. So what I actually have is a visa on arrival, which means you get a 30-day allowance, which you can then extend once. You can extend it up to 60 days. After that 60-day period, you have to leave the country. You're more than welcome to reapply and then come back and do the same thing again. People say it's kind of frowned upon, but I'm pretty sure like a vast majority of people do it. I've been doing that since I moved here in March, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a bit long. So what I'm gonna do this time is we're gonna stick to visa runs for now. We're leaving in November anyway. I'm gonna go to Jamaica, spend some time with some good old family time, and then come back. But when I come back, I'm gonna make sure I go through the process, use an agency, and actually get one of the many visa options that there are, which you can do 3 months, extend to 6 months, do 6 months, extend to a year, and so on and so forth. It kind of just depends on like what works for you and what your plans are, and also like what you want to do while you're in Bali, because you can't work on most visas unless you get a specific one. It's fine for if you're working abroad or you're self-employed and you're not planning to actually do any work in Bali, you're good. But obviously that's something to think about. So yeah, we're gonna stick to visa runs for now. I think I'm only gonna have to do one more until I leave in November. Last time we went to Singapore, and that was so cool. I wish I would have vlogged that because I actually stayed in Singapore for 2 days, got up to a few different things. We went and saw I can't even remember what it's called, but the trees with all the lights, and that was insane. There is actually a short visa run video I did for Instagram. So if you haven't followed me yet, head over to @BuiltSilence on Instagram, and there is a video there. As I said, it's a shame I'm only going for literally 24 hours. I'm not gonna be exploring anything. I've even booked a hotel. You wouldn't believe how close the airport is. It is literally, I think it's literally part of the airport complex. I'm getting a shuttle bus from there, straight to the hotel, and then heading back tomorrow mid to late afternoon, I think my flight is. And the reason being, bro, last time I went to Singapore, I just spent so much money. I mean, Singapore is known to be a really expensive place. I don't know why I thought it would be the best option, but I had a great experience. I've saved a good amount of money on flights as well, so that's the lesson I learned. The flight to Singapore, I went with Singapore Airlines. Really good airline, but it was quite expensive compared to what everybody else has been doing. So this time, I'm flying with an airline called Batik Air. I think it's like a budget airline, the equivalent to what like a Ryanair would be in Europe. Hence the delayed flight on my first experience. But yeah, I mean, you can't complain. I think I paid 120 quid for a return and like picking my seats. Obviously I don't have any checked luggage, so that's super chill. Just to carry on, 120 quid. Hotel was £75. Can't complain, bro. When I went to Singapore, I think I spent like, the hotel was cheap, to be fair. I'm not mistaken, but the flight was like 200 and something. So to go and come back for 3 days, like, you gotta weigh up your options. Like, is it actually worth it? Should I just put more effort in and spend more money getting the longer visa? These are all options you need to consider really when you're planning on staying in Bali for longer than 30 days. But these are just the tips that I've learned from now doing my second visa run. And yeah, I'm waffling. I'm absolutely starving, but we're gonna hold off. I got my water, and I'll be honest, I bought a cheeky bar of chocolate because I haven't eaten chocolate in the longest. Now I'm on this diet plan, which I will talk to you more about when we get in the gym and do our cardio, which I'm determined to do. When we land, they've got a gym in the hotel. I had a look on the photos. It has a treadmill. It's good enough. We need to get our 20 minutes of cardio in, and I'll let you know about this kind of diet plan that I'm on now. We've got a coach, so I'm feeling posh and fancy. And yeah, weight loss journey. We've been bulking for what, 6 years? Up to about 100 and, I think my peak was like 104 kilos. We're down to 101.7 to be specific. I'm counting every pound at this point. But yeah, it's going, can't complain. Only been doing it for like, I think we're going into week 3 now. But my coach has just added in cardio. Cardio 3 times a week, 20 minutes. I haven't even done a session, and it's Wednesday. So we have to get a session in today. And if we can, maybe try and push another session in tomorrow before we head to the airport. But yeah, that's all from me, bro, because it is super loud in here. I hope you can actually hear me. I've got the mic on underneath my t-shirt. I'll see you guys when we land in Kuala Lumpur. Peace. We are in Kuala Lumpur. Crazy. Managed to track down the food court, and you know what that means. Where's this Nando's at, bro? I will switch back to the camera as soon as I find this Nando's, bro. I am absolutely starving. Marvin, even. Looks like potentially some bad news, bro. I can't find the Nando's, and I'm pretty sure this is the only food court in this kind of area that I'm in. So I've gone through arrivals, asked someone where the food court was, and this is where I've ended up. So I have a feeling the Nando's might be in the main part of the airport. So when I come in tomorrow, maybe I'll try and have lunch there. Something I haven't had in a long time since being in the UK. You cannot go wrong with a Subway, bro. That's dinner for today. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? It's a little bit of a letdown. This has got nothing on Spain Subway or the UK Subway. The Spanish Subway hits. I will say that is the best Subway I've ever had. But yeah, a little bit of a disappointment. But it is what it is. At this point, it's literally 8:10. I had no idea what I was walking into if I go back to the hotel. They say they've got 2 restaurants, but you know how it is hotel food. I didn't really feel like chancing it. So we're gonna back this and be happy and just be grateful for some food. Head to the hotel, and then depending on what time it is, and what time the gym shuts, I'm gonna still try and get in that 20 minutes of cardio. So I will catch up with you guys at the hotel. Peace. All right, thank you, bro. Ready to go in. I've got it, bro, you're good. Nice to meet you. Boys, I'm not gonna lie, might have had a little bit of a result with this place. I have to say, getting some nice treatment right now. Bro's taking my bag and everything. Bless them. I swear people on this side of the world are just so nice. So this is the pool area. That's kind of crazy. We are now heading to the room. I feel like I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised by this. That last place I stayed in Bali lowered my expectations majorly, bro. Might have prepped me quite well for what we're about to see. Like I said, you cannot complain for 75 quid a night. If you go to London, think how much you're spending. One night minimum in London, you're spending what? 170 for something that's half decent? It's just crazy in the UK now. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much for your help. Cannot complain at all. This is really nice. Bit bigger than the one I had in Singapore, because the one I had in Singapore was legitimately a shoebox, bro. But I'm not really a fussy person. I'll be honest with you, like, as long as it's clean. I think cleanliness is my biggest thing. Bro, I've literally got like OCD about hygiene. So yeah, this is the spot. They said the gym is open till 10. Part of me inside was like, I hope they tell me the gym's closed. But I've committed. We spoke about it earlier. I told you I'm going to the gym if it's, well, I didn't even say if it's open. I said I'm going to the gym regardless. It's 20 minutes of cardio. It's not going to kill me. I may as well just get changed now and go straight out there. I should be able to get some nicer shots of the pool as well, because the pool looks serious. So that's it. I'm going to chill, hit the gym, have a shower, see what time it is after that, maybe do a little bit of work before bed, catch up on a few bits. But yeah, it's been good to have you guys with me. We're almost there. Tomorrow, we'll have to apply for the visa. I'm gonna give you guys some tips on that, because I've spoken to so many people and everybody seems to just get their visa when they arrive in Bali, and people don't know that you can actually do it online, which essentially means you skip the entire queue. And if you've been to Bali or you literally just Google the queues, it's insane, or it can be insane the majority of the time. Right guys, we made it. So they said the gym shuts at 10 o'clock. It's now 12 minutes past 9. Comfortably going to get out 20 minutes in for the day. Going to feel really good about it as well. I think it's important to push yourself and do these things because it's so easy to just be lazy and say, oh, I can't be bothered, it's 9 o'clock, you're traveling. But discipline in one aspect of your life rolls over to every other part. I'm a firm believer in that. I know this is going to hype me up because I'm super motivated now. So we're going to get the 20 minutes in on this, and then this is not a bad gym at all. For a hotel, it's actually kind of crazy. I was not expecting this. Maybe the standards in Kuala Lumpur are just a lot higher than other places I've been. But yeah, super impressed. Kind of gutted I'm only going to be here for one night. It would be nice to be here for a few days. But there's a couple of other bits of equipment. I'm trying to take it easy because I've kind of like put too much pressure on my wrist recently from overtraining. So what we're going to do is, they've got a lat pull down and a seated row. So I might try and hit that and get a few sets in since we're going to have some time left over after the 20 minutes is done on here. But anyway, that's all from me today. I'm going to catch up with you tomorrow. We've got breakfast included in the room and the review set is really good. So I'm looking forward to that. We won't be counting any calories, I can tell you that much. That's what doing the cardio gets you. Appreciate you guys following along. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. Man, I am knackered, I'm gonna be real. I ended up staying up till like 2:30, just chilling, doing a bit of work. And yeah, I managed to set my alarm for 9:30 and now it's like 10 past 10. Breakfast ends at 10:30. Fingers crossed, there's still something half decent for us to munch, but I'm not too fussed. As long as I get something. I wanted to show you guys what the breakfast selection is like here, because as I said yesterday, the review says it's actually pretty decent. So we're gonna get some breakfast, see how it is, and then I'm gonna try and extend my checkout, see if I can get a late checkout. Turns out my flight's not till 4. I'm literally, what, 15-minute taxi ride away from the airport. It would be really useful to be able to get a late checkout. If I can, we're gonna go and hit the gym and get another 20 minutes of cardio under our belt. That's what you gotta do, that's what needs to be done, and we're here for it. Let's see what we can get for breakfast. See you in a minute. Peace. The whole like buffet section looks pretty impressive. We've gone for an omelet. I need to try and get as much protein in as possible. The guy looked at me kind of funny, but when I was like, yeah, can I get 6 eggs? Just onion. But yeah, we've got that cooking up right now. This is such a nice place, man. I'm really enjoying being here. Like I said, it is a shame it's only for 24 hours. That is breakfast, guys. Keeping it super simple. Gone for the omelet and just some fruit. We've got a cup of tea as well, which looks a bit sus. Couldn't get any cold milk, so I had to get it from a coffee machine. We're gonna see how that works out. But yeah, trying to stick as close to my plan as possible. I think bro held out on me with the eggs because that don't look like 6 eggs, big man. But it is what it is, can't complain. Let's get this down, head to reception, see if we can secure that late checkout. And then you know where you're gonna be seeing me. You're gonna be seeing me on that treadmill, bro. Let's get this down and hopefully I'll see you in the gym. We made it. Session 2 of 3 in progress. We get this under our belt. I actually did go and speak to reception about the option of extending my checkout. And they said, yeah, no problem. People here are so nice, honestly, I can't get over it. But we've secured the late checkout. Flight's at about 4:30. Need to double check. Probably leave before 2, at 1:30-ish. Get to the airport and try and find this infamous Nando's. One thing we do need to do, when I get to the room, I'm gonna apply for my visa. It's the same thing as what you do when you arrive in the country and you queue up for the visa on arrival, but you can do it online. And a lot of people don't know this. Costs the same amount of money, don't have to pay anything extra. And in my experience from the 2 times I've done it, it literally gets approved within, I'd say anywhere from like 5 minutes to an hour. It saves you so much time and effort and just instantly attaches to your passport. So if you've got the passport, that can obviously be read by the scanners when you arrive. Skip the queues, straight to the scanner, put your passport in, it detects everything from online. Obviously you pay online when you apply for your visa, and yeah, you're straight through. I would also recommend doing your health declaration. Can't remember what it's called, but there's a form you have to do, and also your customs declaration. Because when you do that online, they give you a QR code, and you can literally just scan that at the desk before leaving the airport. Saves so much time. Bali airport can literally get heaving. Would highly recommend checking it out. What I'll do, this video is getting super long, so I won't film me applying for the visa, but I'll drop the link down below to the website that you need. Always double check the links you're using, obviously, because I've heard there are quite a few fakes out there. But yeah, hopefully that tip helps a few of you guys. I'm dying. Still acclimatizing to the cardio, bro. So filming this and walking uphill isn't the easiest. But yeah, hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys. Next clip should hopefully be me in Nando's. Finally, bro. That is it. Visa run, 24 hours in Malaysia, complete. I'm just at my terminal now. I haven't gone through security yet because this is where the majority of the restaurants are. I got some bad news for you boys. I couldn't find the Nando's. Apparently it's at Terminal 2 and I'd have to get a train over there, and I don't really want to risk being late for the flight. Second best, I managed to find a Chinese restaurant, and Chinese is literally one of my favorite foods. And one thing I will say about Bali is I've tried a few different Chinese places and they are not it, bro. Like I've pretty much had to throw away the majority of my food. Major disappointments. So if anybody does know any good Chinese restaurants in Bali, I beg you, hit me up, bro. I literally beg. So that being said, I want to wrap this up on a motivational note. Guys, like, honestly, less than a year ago, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was in a state of panic. I burnt through the majority of the money that I had made during the good times. And I honestly thought I was just lost, to be honest. And now we're here. Now I live in Bali, flying to different countries. Things are on the up. And I just couldn't thank God enough for these opportunities. And yeah, it's just wild. This is what happens when you don't give up, no matter what situation you find yourself in. You believe in yourself no matter what, and you put in the work. If anyone's finding themselves in a tough spot, or it looks like you just can't see a better future, if you would have told me 10 months ago this would be my life now, there's no chance I would have believed you. So keep your head up, keep pushing forward, and better times can literally be right around the corner. So that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. Really enjoyed being back on the vlogs. I've been planning some cool stuff behind the scenes for the vlogs moving forward. I'm not going to spoil it. Let the actions do the talking. So it's super loud here. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week in the next video. Peace.